This is what we've seen this week after New Jersey's opening shot there. That you're seeing headlines like this. This is out of NPR. 4 other states plan to drop mandates. This in New Jersey is involved in here, but Connecticut, Delaware, Oregon. So Connecticut's going to be on February 28th. Same thing. They're going to leave it up to the districts for the schools. Delaware is going to be on April 1st, and that's for K through 12 schools, leaving it up to the districts. And then Oregon's going to be on March 31st. Even California has joined the fray, believe it or not. Wow. This is days numbered for California's mask mandate policy to remain in schools. So on February 15th, their indoor mask mandate is going to be lifted, but schools are keeping that, going completely against the science.
Keep torturing the children, the one group and the one population that's never been at risk. Let's destroy their lives, make them totally terrified to breathe the air, let them never see a smile, and then put them on Ritalin and drugs and psychotropic drugs to deal with the depression because they just don't even feel human. It's so inhuman. It's so horrible. But look, I feel like all these people are just signing, that document to say, yeah, I was that stupid. I was that guy. You voted for me. There's one of them, one of the big clowns in the circus, Gavin Newsom.
Right. And as has been throughout the pandemic, the way California goes, New York goes, or vice versa. So Hochul in New York is also signaling the same thing. Hochul to drop mask mandate for New York businesses today. Wait on schools. So the schools aren't going to get it. She said perhaps in March we're going to see something ending in the schools, but no date set in New York. And then the headline starting last night all the way up to right before we went on air here, we have Illinois ending the mask mandate. That's ending February 28th. Massachusetts, here where I'm at, the school mask mandate is going to end February 28th, being left up to the local officials, though, again. And even in Nevada, this is the interesting one. They'll end, this is minutes before we went on air, so we don't have a picture of this, but Nevada, they're going to end their indoor mask mandate and for schools effective immediately. So any governor at this point or any leader that's talking about a long drawn out plan or a path to how you can end this immediately, because the science is really showing this at this point. Always has, but there's really no argument at this point. But here we are with
this point really quick, Jeffrey, just to interrupt you, is that I know it's frustrating, as we say, they're putting it into the school board. The school is going to make the decision. We all know sort of how corrupted those school boards seem to be. We've shown you that some of them are receiving literally millions of dollars for counties from the government to stay masking, to keep doing all these things. But I want to point out that I really truly believe politically now, even though I'm politically marooned, we really want our government closer to us. So, we want more power in the smaller the government is. We less, the federal government, the state government, I believe, should have more power than the federal government. The county should have more power than the state, the city, and then ultimately these school boards. And what I'm saying here is, folks, we only have ourselves to blame. You can run for school board. You don't have to literally get in there, get to be a part of the system. This is where they've gotten away with it. Look at the power the school boards had over our lives and our children's lives over these last couple of years. Please, next time there's a school board election, get in there. The power of what that does and how it affects our society, now you're going to see it. We shouldn't be upset that the power is being given to school board. We should be on that school board. So get out there, do what you need to do. This is how we take our country back.
Tremendously important point. The closer it gets to your backyard, the better.
That's right.
Now going to the federal agency, we have the CDC, really, antiquated. It admitted that its data collection was antiquated, confusing people, really getting a lot of pushback from the establishment, the media, and also the governments as well. Yeah. This is their headline coming out in the midst of all of these states ending their mask mandate. Reuters, U.S. CDC stands by K through 12 school masking guidance as states relax rules. And Walensky's saying we continue to endorse the universal masking mandate right now. There's been nothing that's changed. So at this point, and to your point, Del, about bringing this back to the school level, it may be up to the kids. And this is what's happening across America. Take a look.
All right.
Tri-County Health's decision to once again require students to wear masks is not sitting well with Douglas County.
Today marked the first day of the mask mandate in schools across Pennsylvania, but not everyone's on board.
More than 100 Rockwood students went to school today without wearing masks in protest of district policies.
Students walked out of class around 9:30 Wednesday morning, demanding an end to masks in class.
The first day of the mask mandate was brought in with honks, chants,
no more masks,
and signs.
If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask.
Hundreds of students in Oakdale banned from class for not wearing their masks. The
The students say they were following Governor Newsom's example after pictures showed him maskless at the NFC Championship game over the weekend.
If they don't follow by their own rules that they're trying to force upon me, why should I follow them?
My greatest concern has been that my right to an education seems to have just gone out the window, apparently.
We want this to be a peaceful, respectful movement. We are just trying to gain back our rights as citizens. The teachers in the end are just doing their jobs. It doesn't come from them. It comes from the state. Everybody is going to meet at the back row of the senior parking lot, and we're all walking into the school with no mask on.
It's distracting. It gives people anxiety. We can't breathe.
There's a whole lot of kids who are standing up to this. I walked into school with no mask and a stack of pamphlets containing the Attorney General's letter of Missouri and handing them out to students.
We want them to acknowledge that the Attorney General of the entire state has told them that they're not allowed to do this.
They gave us two choices. We could go home and not come back until we had a mask on, or we could go put a mask on and go back to class like nothing ever happened.
Good job. Stand up for yourselves.
There you go, guys. Good job, guys. Good job, guys. Good job, guys.
You can get me in trouble. They can suspend me. I don't care. We're done with this.
No more masks. 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 No more masks.
It's fantastic. There actually is hope for the future of America, and I'm sure that sentiment is held by the teens and children all around the world.